Okay, so of course there's always one more news story or article or interest piece about Google Notebook LM, and the most recent one is about the Notebook LM app for Android and iPhone. So I found this article, or the article that I read is from 9 to 5 Google. It's a really good article. I got it right here in front of us. And it basically says, after teasing for a bit last month, Google unveiled the design for the native Notebook LM app for Android and iPhone users. As it proceeds to go through some of the information, talks about creating a new floating action button at the very bottom, or create new with a button on the bottom down here. So I'm not sure if you can see that right here. And then it's like it's on the web, but built for your phone, Android or iPhone. All right, so let's go through this. So I actually went to Google Play, and I actually registered. So you can register for the app in advance. They expect it to come out, I think in May. I think around the I/O 2025 event, and I'm not sure what day that is, but I think it's around the 20th. And then so anyway, so you can go to Google Play. You can register for it. You can share that you registered for it, and it shows you some of the visuals. So here you go. Here's one of the visuals that kind of shows you the different notebooks you may have. If you see up here, you see recent, shared, titled, downloaded, and you see what they call the FAB, which is the floating action button. And then you hear on this particular image, you can see where it says upload sources like PDFs, websites, videos, and more. So it's pretty much the same as on the web. And then, of course, you can create and join the audio discussions. I'm not sure how many of you actually join the audio discussions. It's kind of fun, but it's a little awkward, but it is kind of fun. And our two virtual podcasters are awesome. And then, of course, you can ask questions in the chat, and it will and does provide inline citations, sort of like the web does. And if you look down here, here's your three main categories. You have your sources, you have your chat, which is on, and then you have the studio. And the studio is similar to, the mind map stuff and everything that you can create. You can send sources to Notebook LM once you have the app, which means when you click your share button, you will see an option for Notebook LM, which is kind of cool. That's actually a very really good way to do things. It's a good tool. And then now it says pre-register now. And then so if we go back here, this is still the article, so we already went over that. And if you go in here, of course, I had to use Notebook LM to learn a little bit about the mobile app. And so I used two sources. I did a little bit of a chat. And of course, I made my mind map. And I love my mind map, so you can expand it so you can see the availability is for Android and iPhone. Tells you App Store. The release is going to be, the beta launch is in the next few weeks. The expected launch is at I/O 2025, May 20th, and you can pre-register now. The features include homepage tabs, notebook list, audio overview, the FAB, the floating action button, system share sheet, which is what we were just talking about, the notebook view on the bottom bar. Let's do the comparison. So it replaces the progressive web app, so you don't have to use it anymore. It is a native app, which means it's designed specifically for the OS that you're using, and it's similar to current mobile website layouts. And then it says tablet interface design is also shared. And then, of course, if you're getting tired of your mind map, you can go back, and we can close this and go here. And let me go back to my notes and see if I missed anything. So we did talk about the article. We talked about the Android app. We talked about the Apple app. Let me pull this up real quick because I did not do the Apple app. So on the Apple Store, you look for Notebook LM and just hit get. And then once it says it's coming soon, so once it arrives, you'll be able to get it. All right, we did that. We did the mind map. We talked about our podcasters. We talked about the floating action button, PWA, which is Progressive Web App, the web version. The apps will be introduced during the I/O 2025. And of course, one more time, a native app is specific to the OS, which means it's not just a web browser to accommodate you. It is specific to the Android or Apple operating system. And I think that's about it. So let's go back to the article. Let's give 9 to 5 Google one more shout out for doing a good job with the article. It was posted May 1st, 2025 by Abner Lee. And nice job. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.